Well, hey everybody, I'm John Redland. This is my review of WWE NXT on USA for October 2nd, 2019. Finally, AEW on TNT and NXT on USA Network. They're going head to head. The whole Wednesday Night Wars is kicked off. Which one was better? Which one was worse? It doesn't matter. It's all subjective. You can like one, you can like the other, you can like both. Criticize stuff in both. Praise what you like in both. That's the great thing about being a wrestling fan. I do apologize for my voice. I am battling a bit of a cold, but wanted to get through this review. And after reviewing AEW with the Terminator, really, unless things suddenly change, the plan is to review AEW live, watch NXT a little bit later. That's why you're getting this review a few hours later. But wanted to say that both shows had their hits and misses, as you're going to get with any wrestling show. With this one, cool video package, hyping up the fact that, like, hey, it's no BS, we're combat athletes, this kind of stuff. It's a bit weird to think this is produced under the WWE banner, but still, pretty cool video package. And the first 30 minutes are going to be commercial free. Okay, cool. You know, it's limited commercials by USA Network. I don't think it's going to be something that sticks, even though they've sunk some money into it, not nearly as much as they sunk into Raw. They're going to want to, get their advertising in. But still, that was pretty cool. And I hate to say it, but Beth Phoenix is not very good on commentary. She's really not. Now, that's the problem with a three-person commentary team is you're always going to have somebody that is just kind of sound bites or kind of whatever. It's just she obviously has a great knowledge of being in the ring. She was one of the better to best women's wrestlers at that time, especially in WWE, and really did work goddamn hard and had a bit of a comeback recently this year. But she's just not a very good commentator. She's really not. So we start off with Matt Riddle versus Adam Cole, Bay for the NXT Heavyweight Championship. This was pretty goddamn good. Riddle kept going after the arm, the injured hand of Adam Cole. It was apparently a legit, busted, broken bone in his hand. So it's he had that cast on. And that was a bit troubling, but hey, he's going to power through it. It kind of reminds me of what happened with Kid Cash when he was Cruiserweight champion years and years ago. But obviously, if it was really, really bad, they wouldn't let Adam Cole do it. Great stuff, though, with Riddle working on the arm. Cole with a step spot and then, shoving Riddle into steel steps, taking over on him for a bit. And then they traded a lot of momentum, or bromentum, if you will. And there was a cool spot where they his strike, and then a German suplex. And it was just a lot of, spamming finishers and spamming big moves. It was like everybody had their special bars on from, SmackDown, Here Comes the Pain, or SmackDown, Shut Your Mouth. Whatever. I mean, it was just it just reminded me of spamming a whole lot of finishers, but it was still a pretty good match. Where tons of great near falls. One particular strike exchange I thought was pretty goddamn brutal. Panama Sunrise, that jump off, off the ropes into the Canadian Destroyer. Ow. More near falls, submissions, or bromissions by Riddle. But then, last shot, 1, 2, 3, Matt Riddle retains, winning clean. Now, I'm happy about that. I want to see champions retain clean. I'm just a bit shocked they did this, but good on them, honestly. It's a great way to establish Cole, where even injured, he can beat Matt Riddle. And it's not like Matt Riddle isn't going to get other shots or isn't going to get a shot like, say, Roderick Strong or whoever, some championship at some point. Matt Riddle in the ring is pretty goddamn good. Now, I still don't really care that much for his character. I find his character to be kind of meh, but I totally see why people are fans of him. Anyway, suddenly, Cole's in the ring, and then Finn Balor's music hits. Finn Balor is back. Huge pop. And it seems like he's going to be facing off against Adam Cole at some point. So, cool. We're going to get Adam Cole versus Finn Balor. It wasn't a match I knew I needed, but okay. Balor's back in NXT. Probably smart, because they weren't going to use him well on SmackDown if he went there in the draft. They weren't going to use him well on Raw. They really were just kind of plateauing him. So if he wants to be in NXT for a bit, that's fine. I don't think he needs to be in there past Mania, but if they want to make NXT seem like a pretty good brand, a pretty, big brand, they really want to do this kind of stuff. Hey, Balor would be the kind of guy that you'd want to put in there. Now, honestly, they need to not just take too many people cherry pick from the main roster and put them down there, because then it dilutes, the talent they have going right there and actually keeps some talents down. But hey, Balor could be the kind of guy that puts some people over. and not suffer any losses. Or, hell, he could win the title and put somebody like Keith Lee over. I don't know. It's at least different, and good on Balor for coming back. We get a Candice Shayna Baszler video package. Cool. Velveteen Dream with a bunch of women. Black man surrounded by a bunch of women on a couch. I saw a movie like this once. Velveteen Dream just basically essentially talking about, facing Roderick Strong. Hey, I want to, basically he wants a rematch for his championship. Cool. Okay, whatever. That was cool. We then get a Lio Rush Drew Gulak package about the Cruiserweight title match they're going to have next week. By the way, they did a Hell in a Cell advert at one point in this, and not during this, but during the show. There are 3 matches announced, 3 matches, easy for me to, for Hell in a Cell. And by the time this review goes up, it will be 3-4 days until, I think 3 days until the pay-per-view. They need to do some better hype about that. I know they got a bunch of TV deals kicking in and everything, and a whole bunch of stuff they got going on, but 3 matches for a pay-per-view that they want people to actually pay for to go see live, that's pretty shit. But Lio Rush versus Drew Gulak, Leo's probably going to win, and I'm whatever. I got my opinions on Lio Rush, and I'm just going to leave it at that. Io Shirai versus Mia Yim. New gear for Io. Yes, this is exactly what I like to see. This was good stuff. I think this is probably one of the best matches Mia Yim has had since being featured more in NXT. Very good exchanges. Io did take over. Mia did come back. There was some nice trading momentum, and Io doing some really, really great stuff. I think Io is just a great combination of skill, in-ring ability, and beauty. And I put beauty below because you could be the most cosmetically pleasing person in the world, but if you can't back it up in the ring, man or woman, then you're not going to get very far. Io hits a picture-perfect moonsault, has that great, just intense look as being a heel. It's really, really good. And then at one point when they come back from commercial, I don't remember who said it. It was Nigel or Morrow. I think Morrow might have said, she's wanting to finish off Io Shirai, and I cannot put on here or on Twitter what I'm thinking. You probably can guess. Moonsault for the win. Io Shirai gets a win. That was some good stuff. I enjoyed that, and it didn't make Mia look weak. Io got a big win, and it was a nice women's match. And then we get a Tegan Nox video package. Hopefully, the injury bug has stopped biting her. She can come back. She can do some great things. I would love to see that. My question is, are they absorbing NXT UK into NXT? Because it seems like they're kind of doing that. Just a little bit. Unless they're just taking some people that have done everything that they can NXT UK and then just putting them into NXT and they're just going to trade people back and forth. I understand that. But it almost seems like they're kind of forgetting about the NXT UK brand. Yeah, who knows? Maybe I'm just seeing things. And then we get Johnny Gargano versus Shane Thorne. Good match. Shane Thorne did not look weak. There was some good mat wrestling. Thorne had some good strikes. Couple close near falls. But in the end, Johnny Gargano hitting a big kick. Got the win. 1, 2, 3. Definitely the right call. Thorne did not look weak here. Gargano got a big win. Thorne could be a type of guy where I don't know if he'll ever be anything more than a mid-card guy. But at least this was a good showing. And a good way to give Gargano a win while not making Thorne just look like a scrub. So that's great. But then we get to a point where I get why they did this, but Candice LeRae versus Shayna Baszler. Shayna is very talented in the ring. Her style, means that she probably can wrestle for another 5 years easily as long as she can stay injury-free. Because even though she's approaching 40, she can still wrestle safely because she wrestles pretty damn well and doesn't take a whole lot of risks. And when she does, it actually means something. The problem is it's the same damn shit. She focuses on the arm. She does it. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da. And I just didn't like it. Shayna taunted Candice at first. Candice came back, hit a few moves, and then Shayna bashes her arm into the ring, or into the ring steps, rather, and takes over and just beats her up. Now, Candice did hit some dives, kept on the arm, did some stuff. It wasn't like it was a complete squash. I knew Candice wouldn't win. Candice does get the Terrafuda clutch. I call it the Barracuda clutch just for fun. But she can't quite keep it going. Eventually, Shayna manages to get the clutch on, and Candice cannot escape, tries to escape, cannot, taps out. The problem is now the NXT women's title has been stagnant for a while. Somebody pointed out, and it's other people that point out, probably for the last few months, Dakota Kai is going to be the one to beat Shayna. The problem is, me personally, I didn't give a shit about the Dakota Shayna feud that they were building up to before, so I'm not really going to care if they do it now. Now, it should be good. Good on Dakota. She manages to get the victory. I'm just not going to care. I'm kind of done with it, and now they're going to have to really try to rebuild the NXT Women's Championship. I mean, people can disagree. I know I got some Shayna fans on here, and I'm not saying that it's all Shayna's fault. But you can do long title reigns sometimes, and sometimes you can't. And this just doesn't work for me. It just doesn't. I'm standing by that. You guys can disagree. The comment box is right there. And then we get recaps of Kushida and Imperium. We're getting Kushida versus Walter next week. That would be pretty good. We get Pete Dunne versus Danny Burch. Good strikes. Burch hitting some good moves. Really goddamn talented guy. Him and Only Lorcan are a goddamn great tag team that I would sign if I had billions of dollars. I started a wrestling company, I'd sign them right off the bat. They are money. Pete does eventually take over. Eventually hits the bitter end. 1, 2, 3. So good match. Well done with some good strikes. It was a good TV match. And then suddenly the lights go up and Pete Dunne's music keeps playing. What the hell? Damian Priest suddenly attacks him. And then, does the whole Archer thing. Not Lana, because Lashley's doing Lana right now. Oh boy, I gotta cover that storyline at some point. Not in this review, but anyway. Damian Priest and Pete Dunne, I'm for that. I think you give a quality win to Priest. That's really going to help him. And in the Undisputed Era, Michael Cole. They will make Adam Cole Michael Cole's son. I bet you. Undisputed Era talks about Finn Balor. He says, screw Finn Balor. Fangirls launched a bunch of fanfics there. And then we get the Street Profits, Undisputed Era video package. And then we get Wale, or whatever the hell his name is. I got nothing against the guy. He seems nice. Seems like he's a big fan of wrestling, but he wraps the Street Profits to the ring. It's a whole smoke thing. Who wants to smoke? Whatever the fuck that means. I don't know what that means. I don't give a fuck what that means. It's fine if other people use it. I just don't get it. But this was shit. Didn't like it. They're having fun. That's cool. But they gave him this entrance. Oh yeah, and then the Street Profits lost. In a match, it was not that bad. Let me make it clear. Oh, and WWE had an overrun. Or the USA Network gave him an overrun of 15 minutes. Funny how WWE picked on WCW for always doing the overrun for during the Monday Night Wars. Now suddenly they're doing it here. Oh well, whatever. Turnabout's fair play. Both companies are taking shots at each other. So this is natural. And hey, USA Network may have said, hey, we're putting some money into this. We're going to give you an overrun. Give us something good. So anyway, starts up decent. The Street Profits get in some shots, but mostly it's like Ford being targeted for a while. He tags Dawkins. Dawkins gets in some moves. His knee gets targeted. There's some good stuff, but there's a frog splash with a close finish. Ford dives outside. Really cool spot over the ropes. But in the end, high-low, O'Reilly and Fish get the win. They retain. Cool. Michael Cole. God damn it. Michael Cole being out there would be ridiculous. Adam Cole out there, and he decides, I'm just going to celebrate. And then suddenly, Tommaso Ciampa's music hits. So we're getting Tommaso Ciampa confronting Adam Cole. So, 3-way at the next pay-per-view? Possibly. Or everybody's in a goddamn War Games. I don't know. I'm not sure. Undisputed Era, Imperium, and a couple other people, and another team in War Games. And then just have a weird undercard underneath. I didn't like a couple things on this show. Mainly the women's title match. And I have my reasons. But I'll say B, because it's right on. To me, two of the championship matches are pretty goddamn good. Riddle versus Cole was the best one. Everything else was good, but B for me. I know it sounds like I'm harsh, but B, pull up there if I forget it. Leave in the comments. Like, share, subscribe, Twitter handle in the description. I'm John Retlin. I'm going to rest off this cold. I'm going to sleep. See you soon.